All righty. Good evening, everybody. Let me know if you can hear me okay. And we'll go ahead and get started here. I switched my microphones around here, so I'm just want to make sure my audio is okay. And if it's all good, we'll go ahead and get started. Thank you guys, Nathan, Tommy. Thank you very much. All right, so our weekly live stream here should be a pretty fun and easy, quick one tonight. If you're new here, we do a Sunday night weekly live stream every week on Sundays at 7, sometimes 8 p.m. to cover the upcoming week of weather here in Michigan. And the forecast for the upcoming week is very simple, so simple that we're going to pair this with some unboxing videos or unboxing packages here from our Amazon. We have about 5 or 6 here that I have with you guys, or that I have here with me. So we'll do that after the stream here. So overall, we do have some showers out there currently across south central, southeast Michigan, primarily over toward Flint and south. Got some in Detroit, Ann Arbor, over toward Jackson. Just some pop-up showers here. No big deal with these. So these are going to work through the state here. And as they work through the state, here comes sunset. Sunset, limited diurnal heating. These storms are going to die. Showers and storms should be diminishing overnight tonight. So we should have a quiet night for us in store. And that's going to lead us into the forecast for the upcoming week. Go ahead and pull up the model. Give me a second. The model page I had pulled up ready to go is missing. There it is. Perfect. We can bring that in here. There we go. So the upcoming week is going to be very pleasant. Okay. Temperatures statewide are going to be right between 75 and 80 degrees for the most part. We may stick around that 70-degree mark, especially around that southern portions of Michigan on Tuesday. The further north you go, we may not break 70. So it's going to be a very fall type of feel out there, not into fall just yet, but compared to what we've been used to, 80s, close to 85 degrees here, 70 degrees is going to feel like fall out there. So this week is going to be very pleasant. This is based out of Ann Arbor here. If I were to go north to, let's go ahead and do Grand Rapids. So here's Grand Rapids. You see 79 there today, 75 tomorrow. Then you see that Tuesday, 70, 71 there, that stat there. The overall consensus as we get toward the end of the week, though, it's going to be probably on the rise, probably closer to 80 degrees, perhaps into the mid 80s by next Saturday or Sunday. So the overall takeaway across the state is expect a cooler start to this week and a warmer trend into the later half of next week. As far as rain chances go, there is not a single day that I see in the 7-day forecast that calls for any type of rain whatsoever. So no storm chances, no rain chances at this time. If there's going to be anything during this period, it's probably going to be in that warming trend into next week. The current kind of situation we're in here does not really have much in the way of any disturbances to help out any lift to get storms updrafts up and going, besides today, obviously. So it should be a dry and it should be a very pleasant week there for the next couple of days. But then as we get towards that next weekend time frame, we're going to kind of reevaluate there. We're still about a week out. We're not going to say with any confidence, but we're just kind of mention there if there's going to be any rain or storm chances, watch for it to be in that warming trend around Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday of next week. All right. That's your forecast for the week. Very easy, very simple. Looking ahead to the long term, we do still have a couple of things to talk about here. The Climate Prediction Center is having us here in a warmer than average contour in the 6 to 10 day period. And that is because we are expecting that warming trend by the week's end. That's going to be well above average as far as temperatures go. So that's why you see the above average contour there for much of the Midwest and Northeast, but Michigan firmly within the higher probability there of our above average temperatures. As far as precip goes, we are still seeing that precip, as we just mentioned, we're not really seeing too much out there this week. So below average in terms of precip. But again, watching that early next week time frame for anything that could be rain or noisemakers for us here in Michigan. So that's your 6 to 10. We go a little bit further out to our 8 to 14 day. I just X that out. Let me go ahead and bring that back in. I know I'm rolling solo today. I'm kind of rusty. It's been a week since I've been on stream. Here's our 8 to 14 day temperature outlook here. It's going to be, again, above average here for the majority of the U.S. minus that one little circled area up there in the Minnesota, Dakota area. That's going to be near normal, but above average temperatures pretty much nationwide here for us. And then as we get into the 1 month forecast here, we're going to be looking at near normal to above average temperatures for us here. So right around perhaps a little bit cooler end of August into September for us there. So that's something to look forward to if you are tired of the summer temperatures. As far as precipitation goes, we are still seeing near normal to leaning below average as far as precipitation goes for that 1 month time frame. So overall, we should have a very simple August. I don't see much in the way of severe weather chances. If there's going to be anything at all, kind of watch that last week of August, perhaps closer to that September 1st time frame. But in terms of activity, like active patterns, not really seeing too much out there to kind of watch in terms of the long term. So that's good news. We should be winding down here for our severe weather season here in Michigan. Not saying we're done, but I think we're on a decline here as we get into the later part of the year. Kind of mentioned this as a new talking point. We do have the drought monitor to look at here. There are portions of the state that are in a abnormal dry category. The western UP up by the Tri-Cities, and also down in Lenawee and Monroe counties, we do see a abnormally dry contour added there. So that's something to keep an eye on, see if that grows, and especially with the lack of precipitation this week, we're going to keep an eye on that to just kind of see how that trends as that goes into a moderate drought, perhaps severe drought eventually, if we're going to lack precip. All right. With that being said, that is all really that I have for you guys in terms of the forecast. So, any questions? Looking at the forecast model for today, we're going to see those showers and storms in the state currently. Overnight tonight, here's midnight, just some lingering rain showers there. By the time we get to tomorrow morning, there's pretty much nothing to be concerned about here. But I will say, Lake Superior, Lake Huron, Lake Erie potentially could be having some water spouts starting tomorrow into that Tuesday morning time frame. So if you happen to live on the lake shores, or if you want to go kind of water spout watch, I would definitely not be shocked to see a few water spout reports coming in tomorrow, as well as early Tuesday, especially on Lake Huron and perhaps Lake Erie as well. Very easy forecast. Very, very easy. As far as night temps go, that's going to be your blue bar here. This is out of Grand Rapids. So we're seeing the low temperature for the start to the week is going to be right around the mid 50s to low 50s. We have 58 for tomorrow night, 53 for Tuesday night, and then Wednesday night we're looking at 50s. So it's definitely cooler than what we've been dealing with here over the past several weeks. So it's got a little bit of a taste of fall. Are we likely going to see a snowier winter? Good question. Good question. Right now, the easy answer is it's too far out, and we're going to stick with that. But in terms of historical patterns, we're kind of trending towards. We're trending and thinking towards a more active, perhaps cooler winter at this point. But we're not going to lock that in until we get probably closer to October. At the very earliest, probably late September. So just keep an eye on that. But historically, trending wise, cooler and more active. Cooler nights equal better sleeping. I agree, Trisha. I agree. What about humidity? So humidity, Janelle, is going to be pretty tolerable this week, but it will start to increase into the last half of the week, especially Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you're a humidity disliker like I am myself, you're going to like the first half of the week, but the last half of the week, it'll trend just a tad bit more humid there. So plan accordingly if you are sensitive to humidity. It is a very simple forecast, probably the quickest one I've done here. So if anything changes, obviously we're going to have to post on the page, but this week just does not appeal to a storm chaser, so to speak, in terms of storm chances or even rain chances. Really, we may get like a pop up storm here or there throughout the week, but there's no big system that's going to make a big noise coming through. So anything throughout the week will be highly localized. I don't think it's going to happen given we're not going to be hot and humid, which is going to fuel those type of pop up storms. Yeah, it's going to be between that upper 40s, but probably low 50s for low temps across much of the state. Obviously, further north you go, or if you live close to a lake, especially Lake Michigan, Lake Huron, Lake Superior, it's going to be a little bit cooler, naturally speaking. So take a few degrees off what I'm telling you here for these highs and lows. But for the majority, 95% of us, we're going to be looking at that same temperatures across much of the state here. All right. Any other questions, guys? Labor Day weekend doesn't show potential heat. When is Labor Day? I thought that was the end of September. September 2nd. Right now it says 71, but that's very long term. But it doesn't look to be a heat wave. No, it should be a pretty normal conditions there for your Labor Day. I wouldn't expect anything too extreme. Is this website free? Yes, it is, Tony. Yes, it is. Hi from Colin. What's up, Amber? Yeah, as far as the aurora chances go, Janelle brings up a good point here. As we get into the cooler seasons, the aurora is easier to see typically, just because less humidity, less moisture in the atmosphere, less smoke too. With northwest flow bringing some smoke in, aurora chances will be, at least visibility wise, be getting better here into the cooler months. But currently, we're not seeing anything on the aurora long term or short term right now that kind of suggests anything too extravagant. So thank you, Nugget, for the $2 super chat. Says, sucks to see the NASCAR postponed. Hope you're well. Thank you, Nugget. Appreciate you. And yeah, that was pretty much obvious as soon as we hit that noon time frame, it was going to be postponed. We just had round after round after round coming in. So not surprising. But yeah, it is postponed until 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. Dawn, I just saw your name. That's funny. That's funny. All right. I have 5 packages to open. Should have 6, actually. There's a 6th one around here that I don't have. We're going to try and find a 6th one here. See ya, Penny. Yeah, if you guys don't have any other questions coming in here, I'll go ahead and unbox some of these. I don't have a camera angle set up or anything. I just have packages here. I can just kind of rip them open and shout you guys out. If you guys send us stuff, it's been a while, honestly. So I have no idea what's here. It's been a few weeks since we've done this, so I have no idea what to expect with these. Um, so, any other questions here? Yes, Labor Day is the 2nd of September. I thought it was for some reason the last half of September. I don't know why I thought that, but it is September 2nd. That's on me. Any more Aurora coming up? The answer for the short term is no, but really the best we can forecast the Aurora is within a 3 to 4 day period. So really, we don't know what the week's going to hold. We could have a solar flare launch some plasma at us, some charged particles, CMEs, you call them. If that happens, we could definitely have chances here beginning as early as Wednesday or Thursday. But right now, we don't have anything that we see coming at us. But again, that changes pretty rapidly. So keep an eye on the page. We'll have updates on that. If you're also subscribed to our Patreon for the Aurora, we'll get those alerts sent out to you as well. And that's completely optional. That's not required to get the updates. Give me a second here. I'm copying this link. Okay. No problem, Sherry. Our pleasure. All right, let's go to some unboxing then. Let's do some packages. So if you guys are not familiar with these unboxings, we do have an Amazon wish list that Dawn is dropping the link in chat for. You guys can purchase things on that wish list or gift us stuff yourself. It's how I got these ducks behind me. It's also how I got this nice shelf. Some stuff that people sent us that we can use. So we're gonna go do some unboxing here. We have 6 packages to unbox. Most of them are small, 1 big, 2 boxes, 3 packages here. So go ahead and break into some here. Oh yeah, one last thing before we get into this. We do have a sponsor, as you guys probably know by now, Cats Roofing and Siding. So want to give them a shout out real quick, 517-485-9886, stationed in Lansing and Battle Creek. They do roofing, siding, windows, and gutters. So if you need some home improvement, if you live in South Central Michigan, feel free to give them a shout. And also thank you to Cats for becoming our first public sponsor. Now, unboxing. I do not have much anything set up here for an angle, but do the best we can. I'll kind of zoom out here if I can, or back up. So, all right, first one. All right, it is from, it says, my #1 weather source since last summer. Also love that you guys cater to fellow science nerds. From John and Elizabeth. Thank you, John and Elizabeth, for sending this. This appears. This is what Ben requested. It is a window cover, the window shade, I believe, that covers, or perhaps a sunroof cover, but keeps the bugs, keeps the wind out. Well, I'm not exactly sure the purpose, but he wanted it for his setup. So thank you, John and Elizabeth. We're going to get that over to go ahead and get that over to Ben. Am I bugging out for you guys? Sorry. I got you now. I got you. There we go. So if you guys want to see that again, just a package here. It's a screen for your car window. So I don't like pulling in myself big screens, so I typically avoid this, but we may have somebody joining us here in a second, so hopefully that helps us out. All right, next package. No sheet, no gift receipt. I have no idea what this is. Just a box. I have no idea what this is. Ah, this is also Ben's. This is his sunroof cover. Okay, this is a sunroof cover. Again, not entirely sure of the purpose, but I wish there was a gift receipt with this because I have no idea who sent that. But that's another item that Ben wanted. He was getting his car set up for chasing, so I appreciate you guys. We also have Caleb with us now. Caleb, you are now with us here live. What's up, Caleb?
How's it going?
Going pretty good. Just doing some unboxing, hanging out. Those of you who don't know Caleb, he is a part of our Great Lakes Storm Chasing Network. That's a kind of our out-of-state account. So he will be helping us out through the fall while we have some of our chasers and partners in college. So he'll be helping us out throughout the fall. So you'll be seeing a little bit more of Caleb potentially throughout the fall. So everybody, welcome Caleb.
Yeah, good to be with you.
All right. We have a couple more packages to go here. If you're just tuning in, Caleb, we just talked about the upcoming week. Temperatures, cool week, no rain chances that we see, and then some water spout chances potentially tomorrow, but otherwise pretty quiet.
Yeah, really seasonal, really.
That's to be expected. And usually get this type of weather into September, or at least the last half of August, not the early.
Oh, August isn't done yet.
Oh, we'll see. I see that mid to upper 80s stat there at the end of the week there, so we may not be done with the heat.
Hang in there.
Yep. All right. Next package here. We have some gift receipts with this one. This is a handheld digital anemometer, which is a wind speed measurer. It also measures temperature, dew point, wind chill, and wet bulb. This was sent in from no name. It just says a fan. Thank you for keeping me up to date on the severe weather in my area from a Michigan Storm Chaser fan. You guys are awesome. Thank you to whoever sent that in. I believe this is, again, Ben's item. I believe Ben had this on. So we're 3 for 3 for Ben's items tonight. I'm going to assume. This isn't the... Well, maybe it is. There's no brand on it, so I don't know. But I think this is Ben's. Yeah, this is Ben's. Yeah, thank you, Anonymous. Not sure who you are, but that's okay. You can remain anonymous if you want. All right, 3 more here. If you see questions, Caleb, while I'm doing this, you can go ahead and jump in and answer them. It's up to you. All right. Ooh, it is another one. This is actually mine. It's another digital anemometer. This is the one that I put on there for my personal preference. And this is from Red Dozer. Is Red in the house? He usually is here on these weekly streams. So Red, if you're watching this, appreciate you and thank you very much. That is going to come in handy because mine broke. All right. 2 more. Usually Red is in here somewhere, so I'm surprised he's not. But it's been a pretty quiet week overall, so people probably out. It's a nice day out there. He's probably out enjoying the weather. But we are 4 for 5 now. This is another Ben item that Ben put on the list. It is a portable car vacuum. So again, no gift receipt. Interesting. So no gift receipt with that one, but thank you, anonymous giver, for that. And that's another Ben item. So we're having a big old box to send to Ben this week. And we have one last big box. What's up, Carla? You're also my neighbor. I'm also in Lenawee County. Good to see you. This is a giant box, which I have no clue is what's in here. All righty. You know, I really hate when they do this, but I understand why you guys do it because it's a gift. But all I see when I open it is this. That's all I see. And I hate it because now I have to take this.
I was hoping it was full of packing peanuts that you had to dig through.
I don't think Amazon does that. Do they?
I don't think they do anymore.
Oh, there we go. If there is a gift receipt in there, it's not anymore. Might be on top here. This is the least I can do for you guys for keeping all of us in Michigan safe. Thanks everyone at MSC from Skylar Prins. So Skylar, if you're in here, I appreciate you. We appreciate you as a team here at MSC. And I have no idea what this is. I have an idea, but I don't think it's it. I don't think it is. We're about to find out, though. Maybe this thing will open. Oh, nope, it's not going to open. I may need scissors. It's tied in knots. Oh, it is. Okay, this is what I actually thought it was. So, for those of you who don't know, we put recently a computer monitor on the list because, as most of you probably know, Joel runs on his laptop and he needs a screen for his streaming purposes. So that is for Joel. Got the gift card in here. Says the exact same thing. Least I could do for you guys from Skylar Prins. Thank you, Skylar, if you're in here. Not sure you are or not, but again, Skylar, really appreciate you. And thank you. So we got Joel, we got 4 for Ben, and we have 1 for myself. That's all I got tonight, guys, in terms of packages. So thank you to everybody who sent. We had a couple anonymous or no gift receipts in them, which is kind of weird, but you guys know who you are. Appreciate you. Now, through all that, does anybody have any more questions for the upcoming week or in general? Feel free to pop in here. This is the time to kind of chill out and talk, so feel free. Brittany asks, is Flint in the low risk? Brittany, I appreciate you. Everybody in Michigan this week is in a low risk. How will the humidity be? Megan, good question there. So the first couple of days throughout the week should be really pleasant. Last half of the week, we're going to be in a warming trend there. With that warming trend, the humidity will probably go up a little bit as well. It shouldn't be like unbearable, but I do think it's going to climb probably to the point you're probably going to feel when you step outside and go, man, it's kind of humid out here today. So pay attention the last half of the week, especially into the weekend next week. Drew says he's in the high risk for nice weather. That is a good way to put it. Low risk for rain, low risk for storms, high risk for nice weather. Do you think we're going to have a drought set up? That's a good question, John. So we talked about that briefly about 20 minutes ago, and I X'd out the drought monitor. But we do have a couple areas in Michigan popping in the abnormally dry category. And with the upcoming week here, go ahead and flip this back over here to a dual pan look. This is a drought monitor here. So we have categories over here. The yellow is just saying abnormally dry. The orange is the next step up there, or technically tan. That'd be called a moderate drought. And then the orange is a severe drought. So there are certain areas popping up here in the abnormally dry category. We are looking dry for the next probably 7 days here. So that will probably get worse. As far as the drought goes, it's going to really depend on how September looks. But I could definitely see perhaps a moderate drought coming in for portions of Michigan. But for the most part, there are areas in Michigan that have got plenty of rain. So some areas of Michigan, like Lansing or Kalamazoo areas, I know they had a lot of rain there. So no worries for you guys there. But there are certain areas that are kind of lacking in that department, though. Hopefully, not too bad for the Civil War reenactors here in Jackson next weekend. Those wool uniforms are unforgiving. It'll probably be a little bit hotter, that's for sure. So it shouldn't be. I mean, in wool, obviously, it's going to be hot no matter what. But I mean, you're looking probably in the mid 80s at this point. So I mean, I guess you can say that's pretty warm, but it could be a lot worse. Is there a high risk for getting a Pippi appearance today? Probably not, Jess. Probably not. I think Caleb's got a few cats around his house as well. I'm not sure they're indoor or outdoor, but
They are definitely outdoor.
okay. I think everybody here on the MSC staff have cats or had cats. I know Nick's passed about a month ago, but the rest of us, I know a couple of our partners have dogs, but we're predominantly cat oriented here. We're going to have rain tonight in mid-Michigan. Mike, it should be on the downtrend. Nothing major. Probably, if anything, just a quick passing shower for you. But right now, no. I'm not seeing anything significant. And I can pull up radar again here, too. Give me a second. Yeah, here's your live radar. For mid-Michigan, there's really nothing out there. Everything's kind of on the decline on the downtrend. Only showers currently are up here just north of Flint, up here by Pontiac, down here by the Jackson area. There's perhaps a heavier shower over here on the Wayne County, Monroe County border, but there's not much happening. It'll be dry pretty much all week too. So up by Joel, yeah, you're fine for the night then. If anything, be a quick passing shower, but I think it's pretty much done for the night. Seeking heat index info for next Sunday and Monday. Good question, Freedom. Right now, a little bit too early to say. I wouldn't go ahead and throw that out there just yet, but probably close to 90, if not just north of 90, if I had to guess. But again, being a week out, there's a lot of uncertainty there, so take it with a grain of salt. All right. Any other questions? Melts to death. Yeah, 90 will definitely do that to you. All right. Well, I don't really see too much in the way of any more questions coming in here, so just kind of recapping everything one more time before we hop out of here. So first half of the week, go ahead and pull up the other tab I have to share models and such. A second. There we go. So next couple of days here will be on the cooler side across much of Michigan. We're looking at mid to low 70s. We do have our coolest day showing up as Tuesday. We're looking at a 71-degree high here in Grand Rapids. We go around the state to, say, Hillsdale County, we're looking at 69 degrees there. If we go further north to, go ahead and go to Mackinac, we're looking at the upper 60s for a good majority of the week there. So if you're by a lake or up further north in the UP or northern lower, it's going to be a bit cooler. But for the majority of us, we're going to be in the low to mid 70s here across the state. As we get into the last half of the week, though, back down here to Kalamazoo, we are seeing a gradual warming trend up there, perhaps a 90-degree mark by the end of next week into perhaps early next week. Currently, no rain chances that we see throughout the week. But if that does become a concern, it will likely become a concern during that warming trend with potential for building moisture and humidity, but nothing right now that says, hey, we're going to have for sure rain or storms. Nothing like that. We're just kind of watching that period of time if we're going to get rain at all. Outside of that, not much to talk about this week. Pretty easy forecast. No severe chances. No rain chances. Pleasant week. Low humidity for the first couple of days. And they'll start to build in that warming trend by next weekend. So one last call for questions, and then we'll sign off of here. You too, Trisha. Silly me, thought the high heat was done. Not yet, Lori. Not just yet. We're definitely on the decline here as we head into September. Although we're not close to September, we're going to be looking at that next couple of weeks here. So we're looking at the decline here in terms of temperatures and average temperatures. But yeah, we have at least one last surge of potential upper 80s, low 90s here. And that should, not going to say should be it, but that should be one of the last for the year. Yeah, Freedom, that polygon was for the flooding. That's for the Huron River at Hamburg. That's been going on for the past 10 days. So that's the only real flood advisory in the state. It's actually a flood warning, I believe. But that should be canceled here pretty soon as that river returns to normal. How about Caleb's info? Do you share it? Do we share? Wow. Do we care to share how to find Caleb? So I'll go ahead and drop it in chat. He has his own page. He also helps manage our out-of-state page, Great Lakes Storm Chasing Network. But you can find Caleb under the name Storm Chaser Caleb Ivins on Facebook. It is in chat there. You're welcome to hit him up, follow him. He posts a lot of interactive content over there, so definitely worth a follow. You actually popped on the YouTube side of things and commented as Great Lakes Storm Chasing Network. It's funny. All right. I don't see any more questions popping in here, so we're going to go ahead and sign off for the night. We'll see you guys likely next Sunday because we don't anticipate severe weather this week. So likely next Sunday for another weekly live stream. So you guys stay safe. You guys stay nice and cool in this pleasant week upcoming. See you guys.
Take care.